While starting a business is one thing, growing your business is another. Where can you go to for help? SBA is in the house, y'all. Stay tuned because that's our topic for today. It's Economic Development Week in Prince George's County. The only show in town dedicated to helping Prince George's County businesses. Hello, I'm Denise Roberts and welcome to The Pulse, the show dedicated to helping Prince George's County businesses. Whether you are already up and running or just getting started, the Small Business Administration has resources to help you take your business to the next level. And our guest today is Antonio Doss, District Director of the Washington Metropolitan Area District Office for the U.S. Small Business Administration. Welcome to the show.
Hey, thank you for allowing me to come and join you today.
Good. Glad to have you. So please tell us, what is the Small Business Administration?
So the U.S. Small Business Administration is a federal government agency. We're actually a part of the President's Cabinet. And so we're a relatively small agency by way of numbers, but we're an agency that has a big responsibility of helping empower and equip small businesses and entrepreneurs to be able to successfully start, grow, and sustain their existence so that they can help communities have services and provide other necessary tools and such for federal contracts that might be awarded to small businesses, and to help the economy through job growth. The small businesses are the big driver of the engine of the job growth, and we're happy to be able to be a part of that. Okay. Okay. And who are the businesses that need to connect with SBA? So the Small Business Administration can help any small business to start with. And we work with small businesses from several different fronts. A lot of times it's the person who's thinking of going into business and they don't exactly know how this is all going to work out, but they've got a great idea, they've got some energy behind it, but there's questions that they have. And so those small businesses can work with us and our resource partners to be able to go through a process to help them ask and answer some key questions that will help them make a good decision about getting into business. We can also work with existing business owners. Sometimes our image might be more of one where people expect it's just the small mom and pop businesses that are starting and working with us, but a lot of times it's multi-generational businesses where a business owner may have a unique challenge or opportunity in front of them and they're not exactly sure how to proceed. So they have a resource in the U.S. Small Business Administration that can help them navigate that course.
Now you're in the Washington area.
Correct.
What area does that cover?
So our office covers Prince George's, Montgomery County in Maryland, Washington, D.C., and the communities in Northern Virginia. And also Prince George's County? Yes, Prince George's County, #1, yes. Okay. So what programs do you have that are specific to Prince George's County? So we do a lot of different things with Prince George's County. One of the things we have new that we're working with actually the Prince George's Chamber of Commerce is a program to help business owners think through their fundamentals of their business. So there's an acronym essentially that we use that tells a business owner, if you're going to be in business, you want to make sure you have a banker, you want to make sure that you have an attorney, you want to make sure you have access to an SBA resource partner, an insurance provider, and a CPA. When you add them all together, those acronyms turn out to be BASIC. And these are the fundamental pieces, components that any business owner needs in order to grow. So this is something unique. We only have this particular program in Prince George's County, and it's with the Chamber here. Okay, that sounds good. That sounds good. You've been in your post for about 4 years, right? What have you been able to observe about the business climate in this county? So one of the cool things about being a regional office like we are, where we've got Northern Virginia, Montgomery, D.C., and Prince George's County, is you see some differences in the way each of the counties and the jurisdictions operate. And Prince George's County is one where there's a lot of vibrancy, there's a lot of activity, there's a lot of hope and aspiration because there's been so many major new projects and such that have come on board. So we feel the energy behind that. We also know that in a lot of cases the Prince George's County businesses are tend to be a little bit on the smaller scale than some of the other counties where maybe some of the businesses have been around longer or have on average established themselves more so. So we look forward to working with all the counties in our region, in the District of Columbia. But for Prince George's County, we know that there's an active market here. There's an active interest in the county government to support businesses, and we're happy to be able to be a part of that.
Okay. Now, when I think about SBA, I always think about 8A. Right. Okay, I want to talk about that in the next segment, but we also want to get to Small Business Week because we're just coming off of that, right?
That's right.
Okay, tell us a little bit about that before we go to break.
So Small Business Week is a time, once a year, the president sets a time aside for us to recognize small businesses. So across the country, all of our 68 district offices, we enjoy a week of National Small Business Week. Okay. That is our chance to celebrate and recognize those businesses. And
you were able to recognize some people.
We did. We recognized local businesses here in Prince George's County, as well as in DC and Northern Virginia. We recognize a Small Business Person of the Year. We recognize an 8A Contractor of the Year, a Prime Contractor of the Year, as well as a Subcontractor of the Year. So we held an event. Each of the participants were able to share their story, and they all have a very, very interesting story. They've got great resiliency that they've experienced in starting their business. A lot of times they ran into a hiccup or two along the way, but they found a way to bounce back.
Okay, hold that thought. Okay, more with our guests when we come back, but before we go to break, did you know that according to BusinessInsider.com, the 77 million people that make up the U.S. small business workforce would rank as the 17th most populous country in the world? Wow, now that's a fact. We'll be right back.
So there you are, shuffling through a stack of resumes and you come to mine. This is it, first impression, my way in. But can my resume show you how I truly stand out? Like that I was studying, going to night school while working 2 jobs just to help my parents pay for groceries. Or being the first one to always step up. No, that's something you just can't put on paper. Look beyond the resume and discover new ways to develop great talent that is dedicated, hardworking, and determined like me.
Welcome back to The Pulse. If you're just tuning in, we're talking with Antonio Doss from SBA's Washington Area District Office. So I want to get back to the 8A program.
Yes.
What is the big deal when you hear about 8A?
So 8A is a very unique program. It's a federal government program that allows individuals who are business owners who are economically and socially disadvantaged to be able to enter this program. It's a 9-year program. The unique thing about it is it's a once-in-a-lifetime program. So an applicant can get into the program and they're in it for a period of 9 years, but they can never re-enter it again. So the advantages of the 8A program is that they get assigned, each participant does, a business opportunity specialist. That's an employee of SBA that works specifically with that client to help them identify what their business plan is, to help them strategize from their existing business plan how they can do the things that they need to do to be effective as a long-term sustainable company well beyond that 9-year period.
How difficult is it to get into the program? I hear it's like a monster.
Yeah, so over the years, the 8A program has been a challenge to get in for a lot of businesses, and the turn times have been slower than we like. But what we've done in the last year or so is we've really re-engineered that process. So we've streamlined the application entry. And it's a lot quicker, it's a lot easier now. The general notion we have is that if it's too difficult to get in, people won't want to get in, and we don't want to have an application process that's so onerous that someone needs to be hired to help get the process, get the applicant through. So now we've got that down to a much more smooth process, and applicants are getting their responses a lot quicker.
Who is the 8A actually designed for?
So it really is designed for the socially and economically disadvantaged businesses. So these are individual. No, not startups. So one of the things that happens with startups, particularly those who are interested in government contracting, which the 8A program works best for those who are going to be involved in government contracting, they'll see that the 8A program exists and they'll think the first and best way to grow my business is to jump right in the 8A program. And that's absolutely the wrong answer. Because it's only a 9-year period that you can get into only one time in your existence, you want to be strategic as a business owner in terms of thinking, when do I get into this particular program? And so getting in it too early, what we find happens is businesses will get into the program, and they're 3 or 4 years into the program before they're really getting the benefits of the program.
Okay.
Now the clock is running out on them.
Okay, okay. Now, when I first heard you speak, you talked about the importance of coaching and how that's a piece that a lot of businesses are missing.
Yes.
What kind of coaching programs does SBA have?
So we have several different coaching programs. We have our small business development centers. We've got one based right here at the University of Maryland. We have a women's business center at Bowie State University.
Okay.
We have SCORE offices here in the county, and also serving the area for veteran-owned businesses, we have a Veterans Business Opportunity Center located right in Springfield, Virginia. They all do the same general thing, which is they work individually one-on-one with a business owner to help that business owner understand what their current challenges are and to help guide them to solution points. There's a lot of cases where business owners know that they want to be able to do certain things. They're not always sure exactly how to get there.
Okay.
And their skill sets are not always fully developed in terms of the experience that they need. And so these business coaches that we have at our resource partners are really attuned to identifying what their situations are as a current business environment. And navigating with them.
And through these partnerships and these organizations, what are some of the common issues that you're finding that these businesses are having?
Yeah, a lot of times it starts with planning. A lot of business owners jump in, but they haven't necessarily thought through and planned.
Okay.
And it may sound strange, but even starting with what's your exit strategy? So you're starting a business, what do you see as the end in mind? Are you going to look to grow it to sell out? Are you looking to have it as a legacy thing that you pass on to a family member? Just how do you plan to end your business, and what are you trying to accomplish while you're in that business? So that's part of the business strategy process, identifying whether or not you've got the correct financial situation in terms of do you have access to capital to grow your business? How are your financial records kept? Do you have a bookkeeper, a CPA? How do you do those kind of things? They're important as well.
And speaking of financials or access to capital, what are some of the loan programs that SBA has available?
So SBA offers government guaranteed loans to entrepreneurs, small business owners, that essentially make it a lot easier for a bank to be able to say, yes, we'll give you a loan. And because the terms that we offer in conjunction with the bank are such that they're often a longer time to repay, the loans are often more affordable. The guarantee gives the bank or the lender comfort that they can make a loan that they might otherwise not make. So the SBA loan programs help for working capital. They help for purchases of equipment, and even large real estate projects. Our 504 product, for example, is very, very important if you're looking at buying a building as a business for your headquarters or for your plant or whatever it might be that you need. These are very, very attractive loan programs that assist not only the business, but help the bank be able to make a deal that they wouldn't otherwise be able to make.
And are the loan programs specific to businesses in different phases, like your startups, or someone who needs to go to the next level? I know you said, like buying a building and everything.
Right. Yeah, so they're tailored. The general 7A loan program we have covers the gamut. Okay. But for the very, very small businesses who are looking to start up, maybe their home-based business, we also have a microloan program. And those loans go up to $50,000. Okay. So there's a lot that you can do. Sometimes, in fact, the average microloan that we make in this area is about $11,000. Okay. Antonio Doss, I want to thank you so much for coming on the show today and sharing with us about the programs that SBA has to offer. Glad to do so. Okay. And that's our show for today. Thank you for tuning in. This show and previous episodes are posted on our website. It's diversity.mypgc.us, and click on the pulse. You can find us on Twitter and Facebook at PGC Diversity, and our YouTube channel is The Pulse TV, so don't forget to subscribe. If you would like to see your business on this show, take a picture of you and your business, and it has to be a selfie, and send it to us on Twitter at PGC Diversity. And be sure to use the hashtag #AskASelfieOnThePulse. I'm Denise Roberts, and remember, in Prince George's County, your success is our success.